Welcome back, traders. I'm sure that you have all heard the news that Dogecoin is on its way to the moon. You have people like Elon Musk pumping it up and adding fuel to that rocket. And at this point, it's not a matter of if you should buy Dogecoin, but basically when you should buy Dogecoin. With this being said, I'm going to show you guys how I was able to pull off back-to-back 100% gains on my Robinhood account, and I will be showing you how you can do this as well. I am tired of seeing people on my TikTok For You page who bought Dogecoin basically at its highs before it comes back down and crashes. There is a method to this madness of Dogecoin, and I'm going to be showing you how you can capitalize off of it and make really nice profits as well. But before we get into this video, make sure you smash that like button and subscribe to this channel to become a part of this wonderful community of traders. And speaking of wonderful community of traders, make sure you go and join my Discord. The link is down in the description below. Also, today is the last day of free option alerts, penny stock alerts, and Forex alerts in the Discord chat. If you sign up for the premium alerts and signals and watch lists and all that comes with it, you will be able to lock in 25% off your subscription forever as long as it remains active, but that ends tonight. So the link to all that stuff is down in the description below. Now let's get into the video. So this is the second Robinhood account that I manage, technically my third, but we won't talk about that. This account is basically for more risky fun money stuff, like buying Dogecoin basically. So as you can see, if I'll go to the all time, you can see that we're up almost 100% in the account. However, we're actually up more than that, but since I added more money to the account, the percentages are a little bit off. But I'm going to go into the Doge order history and show you guys the proof that we actually did pull off back-to-back 100% gains. But keep in mind, before I show you guys this, Doge is up over 700% in like the past month. So these 100% gains that I'm showing you really aren't anything out of the ordinary, and it is actually very attainable to get these types of gains. And once I finish showing you this proof that I got these gains, I'm gonna go into my chart to show you how you can do this as well. So down here, I have my first order on Dogecoin on January 28th for roughly $95. That's all the money that I had in the account at the time. And basically we got a super early entry at 0.022 cents, which was way before it even actually started exploding. And as you can see, I tried to get into more order entries. I tried to get $200 in actually after it kept going up around like 3 cents around that area. But as you can see, Robinhood was really screwing us over, and I only got in for an extra $20 from there. And literally that same night, I actually ended up selling it for the 100% gain. So it's still on January 28th, and I sold off the first $120 that I put in. And then after that, when it started coming back down again, I sold off the second $80. And as you'll see from the chart, you'll see why I was really pissed that I ended up selling it all off, because we could have actually had like a 300% or 400% gain instead. However, I only ended up selling for 100% gain. The reason behind me selling was mainly because Robinhood wasn't exactly working, and like the sell orders and buy orders weren't going through. So I decided to lock in a lot of my gains. However, it turns out that Robinhood turned off instant access to like your buying power. So I ended up not being able to buy back into Dogecoin until the next day. So as you can see here on January 29th and January 30th, I took a lot of the gains that we made from our previous 100% gain, and I started buying the dips at levels of support. And basically, I'll go back to the chart before, and I'm still in this position, and we're up a little over 100% on this right now, which we almost got in a full $100, but we're floating roughly $90-ish in our position that we put in. And then we also have another $90 in profit that I have right now. Now, the money that I have in this Robinhood account is basically all just fun money. It's just for the purpose of being able to make quick returns, and it can pay for some nice Chick-fil-A dinners at night, basically. However, I'm not a financial advisor by any means, and a lot of the stuff I might be telling you once I go into my charts may not even work for you. It may not. However, it's worked for me historically, so I'm just going to show you what I've been doing to basically just pick up on easy buy orders and gain like 100% overnight, and it's actually a lot easier than you may think. All right, so what we have here is my trading view chart. This is on tradingview.com. If you want the link to it, I have it like in my link tree, and a lot of that stuff that's down in the description as well. However, I'm going to go back real quickly and show you guys where I got in on my first few trades or positions that you might, whatever you want to call it. But basically, this was the first run up of Dogecoin back in late January, around January 28th. Like I said, so this is when I first bought in on the first day, and I had a position roughly right here. So like I said, we got in way before it really took off. And this is where we got out. And as I said, I was quite mad. So there's this level of basically resistance, you might call it, at this 4 cents level. Keep in mind the TradingView charts, the prices don't exactly line up with how they are on Robinhood. So if I say 4 cents on here, it may not be the same on Robinhood, but that's roughly just what I'm looking at just from this chart. So I was able to get in here around the 2 cents, and I got out at roughly around 4 cents like I showed you on the Robinhood account. And as I said, it ended up dipping again. And this is where I wanted to rebuy back in down here off of this level of support. As I said, this method that I've been using is purely just support and resistance, and buy when it dips down to support and sell when it just runs up like 100 or 200%. So I planned on selling up here, waiting for it to dip back down and buy more. However, as I said, Robinhood removed the instant access feature, so we had no buying power and we couldn't add more money to the account because we wouldn't have access to it. So we missed out on this whole entire move and could have captured roughly another 200% off this as well. So that was really unfortunate. However, I did not give up, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna buy more dips once we have access to the funds. And that came in the next day around these areas down here, where I bought my first dip on this point right here. I think I bought a second dip once it broke through down to this level, and then I bought my final position at this last level of support down here, where my average price is sitting roughly at this area right here. So as I said, the prices are a little bit different. However, the averages will work out the same roughly. So as you can see, after we bought into all these positions as it started dumping, I had a strong confidence that this would continue pumping again. And as long as you buy at good areas of support, you can basically reap very large returns from your entries. So not long after us buying, it ran up quite a bit. We were up about 30–40% on this position. And then from there, it started to pull back again, but I have diamond hands and I did not sell because I knew Doge is still trying to go to $1 and Elon will pump it for us. So I continue to hold on to this position. It ran up again and it started to flatten out. But as I said, you have support and resistance. So as long as it broke through this one level at 4 cents down here, I knew that price would keep on going up and there was no reason to sell. And now price is sitting all the way up here, and this is where we're floating our roughly 100% gains. So from the explanations that you just saw, you might have understood how the method sort of works. It all involves just using support and resistance to get into very good entries. If you haven't seen my YouTube video on support and resistance that I just posted for my last video, I suggest you go and check it out because it'll tell you how you can get really good entries on Dogecoin. So like I said, on my first entries, all I did was buy off of levels of support. So you had this recent structure. So when price came back down to this level, I bought in on more. When price broke this level and pulled back to another level of structure, I bought another dip after that as well. So if you want to mirror that over to this area that we're looking at on Dogecoin, there are two areas that I'm looking to buy in again if price comes back down to that level. So hopefully by the time you see this video, price doesn't already blow through these and these will still be valid. But this is one area that I see on Dogecoin that you could buy the dip. This would be another pullback to this area, and it's also holding previous structure on like the higher time frames. And you can see that here, if price comes back to this level, you can get a very aggressive entry at this level of structure. As I said, the prices are different from Robinhood, so you can go to tradingview.com and just look at where I put these charts up and then just buy when Robinhood gets to that area as well. And then if you wanted a more conservative entry, you can wait until price comes past down these wicks and comes back down to the bodies of these candles. So these two areas are the most important areas that I see as buying if price wants to continue higher. Usually price will dump quite a bit. However, this has been making higher highs and higher lows and is actually starting to trend instead of dumping, which is actually very good because that means that getting into these dip entries could give you very quick returns if you're just swinging them to the next high. Finally, if price actually does return all the way down to this level again, I also see this area as another valid place where you can buy. So each 3 levels are just levels of support or resistance, or just structural support or resistance, which I haven't made a video on that just yet. However, I will be making a video on that in the future, so make sure you subscribe for future content. However, you can use these levels and areas to buy. And if you bought off of these areas, you can see that just from buying at this area, you would be up 100% from where price is at right now. And that's why I'm saying 100% gains on stuff like Dogecoin is very, very easy, and it's very, very possible. All you have to do is be able to read a chart and see where support is and see where resistance is. And as I said, if you haven't seen my video on support and resistance already, make sure you go and check that video out as well. But that's going to wrap it up for this video. I hope you found a lot of value in it and it can help you. If you have any more questions, feel free to message me on my Discord. I'm very active on there, and I can help out any of you guys if you need help. We just recently passed over 1,000 members and we're still growing, so make sure you go and check that out. The link is in the description. And if you found any value in this video, make sure you go and smash that like button and subscribe to this channel for more content. Thanks for watching.